heard rumors. I didn't read anything, didn't talk to anyone about it, and I said to myself before even trying to investigate and see, I was like, I'm going to run the same race anyways. If it's fast, if it's slow, I'm putting myself up in the front. I know whether they get the time or not, I needed to be top 3. I don't want to make anything a chance, and so I just stuck to my race plan, and whatever the whole rest of the field wanted to do, they wanted to do. So yeah, it worked out well, and honestly, I would have favored a fast pace anyway.
So then, when York and McNamara went out like that, it didn't. Do you want to, change your plan one way or the other?
No, it wasn't going to change my plan. Like I said, I mean, you're only going to get 2 or 3 guys probably to take the lead. That puts me in about 3rd or 4th place. I would have been there top 3, top 4, regardless of slow or fast. For me personally, I like to prepare for a faster race, and if it turns tactical or slow, to me it's a little bit it feels a little bit easier versus preparing for a tactical race and all of a sudden we're flying through well under 2 minutes, and then I feel like I wasn't prepared for it. So mentally, I was just preparing for a hard effort, fast race, whether it be 154, 158, 157, 202. So,
how does it feel to be the trials champion and heading back to Rio?
It's awesome. I finished 2nd here in 2012. I was joking with my dad last night. He was a 2-time Olympian. I am now, so he can't really have that over my head. And kind of a cool stat was his first team he made, he would finish 2nd. Then his 2nd team he won as well. So just another reason to me following his footsteps, like father, like son. So
you said you wanted to get top 3, but how important was it to win?
I mean, it's just like how I approach these semifinals at World Championships and Olympics. It's top 5, but I go into it trying to get top 3 or win the heat. So if you kind of, a little room for error, if you fall a little short, then you're still going through, or if I fall a little short here, at least I'm, 2nd or 3rd. So I don't like to just kind of get the bare minimum. I knew that the guys that had the standard were going to be the strongest guys in the field anyways, especially looking at our semifinal with Leo, Robbie, myself right there, and Ben actually won the heat. So I knew that the guys with the standard were going to be the hardest guys. So if I finished 4th today, I probably wasn't going to go that. Those guys with the standard probably would have beat me. No, that was like the first thing I thought about actually. When I finished and I saw how fast it was, I was pretty stoked because I knew what the trials record was. I think it was 335.1, 335 low by Sidney Marie. He was obviously a guy that's ahead of me on the all-time 1500 meter list. So it's neat now that the rest of the trials that people are running, they'll see my name there until someone takes it down. So very cool.
Your dad doesn't have.
Something my dad does not have.
You're going back for
Not really. I mean, honestly, God, I feel old saying this, but it just seemed like yesterday it was London, These 4 years just kind of flew by, and I wouldn't say it's kind of redemption going back, trying to get a medal. It's a different year, it's a different competition. I'm a different athlete than I was 4 years ago, but I'll definitely have that 4th place in the back of my mind going into Rio.
You're undefeated this year in races. I think you've tried in, right, aren't you?
I got my doors blown off the first my season opener. I did an 800 and a 1500. I got like almost
but that was a workout, right?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you race, it's a race. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Going into that meet, I actually told Alberto I wanted to get in the 2nd heat, just kind of keep that undefeated streak going, and he just threw that out the window.
Oh, so you were trying there, okay.
I was trying to keep my streak going, but yeah. So
in races that count, you're undefeated this year. Does that give you a lot of confidence?
Yes and no. I mean, I've stayed domestically. I've been racing domestically, so I know there's a slew of very good Africans and other Europeans I haven't raced yet that I'll face in Rio, but definitely helps my confidence going forward that right now I can compete with anyone, and definitely having that winning streak is something nice to kind of keep the momentum going.
What's the schedule before Rio?
That's a good question. I didn't want to come up with anything until after this race. If I made Rio, which I did, I don't think I want to go to Europe. I just kind of want to stay here, keep getting good training in. Since I'm a little not exactly where I'd like to be, I'm happy with where I'm at, but still a lot of work to be done. And that being said, staying in the U.S., getting some good training in will be the best option for me than going chase fast times.
Did you have a few issues this spring, however modest they might have been, and were there any times that you were a little worried about yourself?
Yeah, no, definitely. About a couple weeks after indoors, I had a stress reaction. Well, we don't really know how to diagnose it. It was like a stress reaction. It was some kind of tendonitis, whatever, along my shin. Yeah, I was kind of limping through warm-ups, and I knew that it was a red flag and had to go home and get an MRI. And so I took about 4 to 5 weeks of just using the underwater treadmill and Ultra G, no workouts, and fortunately things started coming around a little bit quicker than we liked, and got some good some training in. But because I was hurt and had surgery in 2012, that helped me a lot with my knowing that I've been in this position before. Things could be worse. It could have happened in June versus April. And being through there as a 21-year-old now, or as a 22-year-old now, I'm 26. I can kind of think my way through it a little bit better and tell myself, back if I was an amateur right out of college, I could get myself on the team. Why can't I do it now 4 years later when I'm stronger and faster? So,
put your town down as Portland or Eugene right now?
My town? I don't live in Eugene. I went to school down here, but other than that, I live in Portland now, and I'm from the East Coast. So, yeah.
The school made the 5K and 10K, and in the Japanese national, he said your form is the best he ever seen, and he's trying to copy it.
He says my form?
Yeah.
This is kind of a funny story. Ever since I joined the group, Alberto always kind of gets on me for not pumping my arms too much, and then until recently, when we're doing these fast workouts, he has Galen trying to emulate me now a little bit more. So it's kind of like a joke about he's like, you've been doing it right this whole time. So, Suguru's a great training partner. Before he left for the Japanese Nationals, he was trying to work on his kick because those championships were tactical. So one workout we did a fast quarter at the end, and I sat on him, and then I was going to go by him and just to see if he could fight me that last stretch, and it was just kind of fun. But he ran 54, which is obviously tremendous speed for a 10K guy, and I think it showed him winning the 5 and 10. So
he's going to run the 500, 1500 in the
yeah.
Did you give any advice, or are you going to give any tips?
I didn't give him advice. We don't speak that much until we're in the same country together, but I think he's trying to go for the Japanese record, which is around 336. It'll definitely be tough for him, but I think, he's in great form right now. His confidence is up, and he's definitely got the speed to do it, so we'll just see if we can put it together.
Leo missed his first team in 10 years. Did you say anything to him afterwards, or see him? Or?
I did not see him. Honestly, I didn't know who made the team until about a couple minutes after the race, but I was able to see Leo Robbie and Ben, and I just congratulated Ben on making his first big team. And it's this trials has been a unique one with a lot of the older guys and girls kind of either retiring, failing to make teams, and just kind of I think a new era. I don't know. It's kind of sad because a lot of them are my idols. A lot of the guys I was looking up to going into the sport. It just kind of shows me that the sports it's a short career. So take advantage of every team you make and live in the moment. But I think the team we're sending is very strong, and we should hopefully all be vying for medals.
Matt, it's been sort of the same faces for so long with you and Robbie and Jordan and Andrew and Leo and everybody. I mean, how much of a mental game is it at this point racing against these guys that you've been racing against for so long?
It's I think middle distance right now in the U.S. is very strong. We had 3 guys that made the Beijing final last year. So being able to race each other as much as we do indoors and outdoors kind of raises each other's game. Going into this into this heat finals especially, I think we all knew who the top guys were. We all raced each other in the semifinal 2 days ago, and all feeling each other out and all within tenths. So it definitely pushes each other, and it's kind of nice now we kind of building this rivalry here in the U.S.
What are you most looking forward to in Rio?
The Brazilian woman is definitely on the top of the list. I don't know. I've been to Brazil once, Sao Paulo, back as a junior team. I had a fun time. Was able to win the Pan Am gold, so it'd be great to come away with some more hardware.
What does it mean for you to be able to run for the U.S. in the Olympics?
Oh man, it means everything. Especially having my dad make two Olympic teams back in '76 and '80, and now me being able to compete and run for the U.S. at Olympics it's unlike no other. It doesn't compare to World Championships, World Indoor Championships, Pan American Games. There's nothing but the Olympics. This is the meet that everyone tunes in for. Every year, all the friends from high school, middle school, hey, are you running Olympics? I'm like, it's an off year. It's 2014. There's no Olympics. So it's cool to finally tell people now, yes, I am running Olympics. Yes, I am there. So
what's going to make these Olympics different from the 2012 Olympics?
I got experience now, I'll probably still do the opening ceremonies, but I was definitely wide-eyed going to London. I even had the mindset. I remember the first few days, as soon as I got into the village, like if I get knocked out in the first round, I would still think this is a life-changing experience. And I'm such a competitor that I've never had that mindset. Even in the first World Championships in Daegu, I went there and trying to make the final, trying to come away with some hardware. But I remember thinking London, it was such a cool experience that, hey, if I get knocked out tomorrow, this is one of the coolest experiences, events I've ever been at. So I think going into there now, being a little more, I don't want to say business-like, but more on a mission and not being so wide-eyed, I think that will help.
And do you worry about, I mean, Kiprup's kind of the guy to beat. Do you think about him or worry about those guys or strategize how you can get a little bit better?
You know, I don't worry about them too much. I think I race better when I just worry about myself. I have to be on my A game. Both Beijing and I think in London, there's been moves that I could not cover with 300 to go from McLuffy, and that's something that I need to work on. It's not a Kiprup thing. It's not a McLuffy thing. It's a Centrowitz thing. I got to figure out how can I get to that third round and be able to cover a lot of those moves in the last lap that I haven't been able to cover. I mean, even in Daegu, I allowed, I think, like 4 or 5 guys to go around me at the bell and had to make up all that ground. So I just got to run my race. Just got to get stronger, just got to get faster now in these next 5 weeks.
Are there any adjustments that you've made this year for that?
Yeah, certainly. I mean, I think Alberto mentioned this a couple of weeks ago, how proud he is of me of just kind of the dedication I've brought this year. I've been a little more focused. I've been nailing these workouts, some on my own, you know, with the 10K guys doing their thing, and it's just me. So there's been a big growth for me, I think, personally, and a lot of maturity on my end, and it's shown, obviously, with a great indoor season, and now just kind of getting into this outdoor season, getting on a roll now. So,
what are you gonna do to celebrate?
Right now, I got my sister came in 2 nights ago. She's staying the night. I got my family here, my dad, mom, aunt. So just get some family time. In a couple days, I'll probably be getting shipped back out to Park City with the team and getting back to work. So probably won't sleep at all tonight. Eat some dessert, man. It's been a while, and yeah, just enjoy the moment.
What do you think about the meet as far as like so many new Olympians, like a changing of the guard, so to speak?
I just said that earlier in this interview. I said, you know, this has been one of the most, I mean, not that this is my second trials, but one of the most unique trials, U.S. championships that I've seen in a while, with so many guys I've looked up to, older veterans that are either getting knocked out, not making teams, or retiring. It's kind of sad a little bit. I mean, makes you feel like this sport is it's not a long career, you know. I mean, it just seems like in a blink of an eye, I'll be there myself, and so I'm just enjoying every moment, every day, and definitely living the moment today.
What's caused you to develop this more mature attitude you're speaking about?
Age. I mean, I'm 26.